Okay, I want to say hello again, guys. Hi, welcome to another video. This video I'm recording with my webcam, as you can see here, and I'm recording my computer screen. I hope the sound's going to play okay in this video too, for you, as in the sound from the computer as well, and the volumes of my microphone, and the sound from what I'm about to show you. I'm gonna show you another experimental practice, such a simple thing, practice creation that I've just made in a 3D game engine, a free game engine that's been around for a few years now, quite a few years. It's a free games making, software, game engine, and you can make 2D as well as 3D games in this, apparently, and you can make them for PC and you can make them for Android as well, I think, and different things. But I've had a few practice attempts at just making some practice games and stuff in the software. The software is called Copper Cube. It's not the most powerful game engine in terms of graphics and everything. It's not amazing, like, by today's standards, but it is pretty good and pretty powerful. I think you can do some pretty good stuff. It's got some nice effects and stuff in there, and the reason it's so good, this Copper Cube it's called, is because it's straight up so user friendly. There's no coding, and that's good for dummies like me who don't like coding for the most part in terms of making games. And it's just basically, drag and click, and just, you just put the components together, the things and the commands, and it just you're able to put together some games, without having to code everything. And I can't stand that coding stuff. There are various game engines that I've messed around with. Like the only one I've ever been able to do a bit of coding with was a Ren'Py visual novel engine. That's a good one. Another free one. Other ones out there are, as I say, Construct Classic, the original Construct, for the first one of Construct Classic, which is free. That's fantastic. Again, no coding needed. That's for 2D. The ones I just mentioned, both are for 2D, by the way. And the same with GDevelop, which is another one. But I'm not going to go into it. There's so many game engines out there. You'll know if you look into it. There's so many. There are other ones like, well, I'm not going to go into the list. There's a massive list. Anyway, let me just show you a game I've made. I didn't do any of the artwork myself. I just literally jumped straight into this, and I made this earlier on. I'm really hoping it's going to record, so let me just move my webcam out of the way. Dark Forest Walker, and I'll talk to you about this while I'm doing it, while I'm showing you, okay? So there's a title screen. Boring. Boring looking title screen, right? Hold on a moment, I'm trying to work out where my mouse has just... oh, there it is, okay. Just disappeared too. Hold on one second, I've got my Windows 10 going on here. Okay, so it hovers about, okay. Like a hovering thing. Hold on one second, I'm going to try and get this damn thing working. Y'all. Hold on, man, this is really hard. It's like strange because I got the setup. Okay, right, so it seems my webcam's kind of in the way. Just move that out of the way a little bit. Okay, let's make that like a really small one just in the corner so you can still see me here, okay? And let's just go off. So, Dark Forest Walker, what the hell is this spooky game? So, I've just started the game by pressing spacebar, and this is literally under 10 megabytes, okay, 10 MB, 9 point something MB size wise, and you can see straight away I'm just using the keyboard arrows to control this character here, just holding the different directions on the keyboard arrows to move this character. As I say, all of the graphics you're looking at in this game were made, they were just literally they're in the software, so I didn't make these myself, okay, but I could do, you can go into Blender or whatever and get really creative, but yeah, I just put a couple of lights in. I made a terrain which comes with the grass and the trees and stuff. You can adjust a lot of settings, Put a few things like that building over there. I put that in. You can see there's a few hills and stuff. I made some of the ground flat in the terrain editor. I made some of it hilly. Yeah, I'm just walking around here. Took a bit of time to set up. I had to put a camera. Not a lot of time at all. It's very simple to use. But I put a camera in that follows the character around. The music, that spooky music playing looped in the background is like music I made for something else in the past, but I just like used it in this because I thought it suited it. It's just a test thing. This is so small. What you're seeing, this is all there is to this game basically. A little fire over there. But I'm just doing this to show again, you know, some of the possibilities, you know, what you can do with this engine. You know, it's pretty cool. I put a couple of lights in. I made it really dark, like a dark forest, you know. This character also is the Sleepwalker, apparently is called, but he's like got various things. I mean, he can jump, but I've not got it set properly on here. But you know, you can do different. You can do first-person shooter games and stuff like that as well, and point and click 2D stuff. But there's nothing else in this. I just put a few shapes over there, like I just showed you. This is all there is to it. It's just a big forest. I think if I walk into the darkness until the end, I'll fall off into his end, basically. But yeah, there's a lot more to this. You can add other effects and stuff like fog and some other visual effects on top and stuff, and you can make your models in whatever you want to use. You might want to use another thing. You might want to sculpt stuff in ZBrush. You might want to use, as I say, Blender. I like to use Blender. You might use SketchUp, you know, things like that to make some scenery and whatever. Put other characters in there and stuff. Just make some fun little creative games, you know. You can walk up to things and press buttons and make things happen and stuff. So, you know, there is potential, you know, for making some creative games. When you think back to the older games and stuff, you know, you can make some fun stuff like that. Okay, so here's my one, Dark Forest Walker. You could even change the textures of this character, pre-made character here, and just like make it your own character. Like try and change it in some way. Use like art softwares, like Photoshop, you know, Krita, whatever. Do some designs, put some other characters in there, make them interactive, making some exploration, get creative with the scenery. You know, some of my favourite games are like Zelda and Shenmue. I love those, you know, like RPGs. I'm a massive Street Fighter fanatic. I've always have been. I love fighting games and stuff as well. And it's like, but I don't know how well it would be to make a fighting game in this. I don't think it'd be that easy. But yeah, but for something like a little adventure, like this spooky horror one here, you can make a really good one, you know. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. That's all I really wanted to show you. Okay, so I'm going to close the game down now. Click out of that. I hope that recorded okay. Here I am again. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks. Take care and stay safe. Train hard and stay safe, as I always say when it comes to martial arts and working out. But you know, stay creative and work your imagination. I'd love to see what creations you might create. You know, anybody out there. Never be put off from being creative in life. You've got one chance to create in this one life. You know, let's do it. Create constantly. Yeah.